What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Manny Marvelous here with another video after almost 2 years. Yes, it's been that long, and I'm sorry about that. So we're gonna get into some things later, but I just wanted to say I really do appreciate you guys um, supporting my music. As you can see, this is the shirt I wore for my album cover. It's one of my favorite shirts. I've had this shirt for about 11 years. It's about time to retire this shirt, but it's so comfortable. I don't know if I want to or not. Anyway, um, just wanted to get onto this YouTube real quick. Just do a short video to let y'all know that I am still here. But the past 2 years have been trying and difficult for me specifically. Um, you're watching this now. You guys know there's a pandemic happening with the coronavirus out in the world. But before the coronavirus, before I even knew what the coronavirus was, I was in California. And you guys remember I was uh, going to different places and doing different things and stuff like that. And since then, I have um, returned to the East Coast. Against better judgment, I've returned to the East Coast. So, you guys are probably wondering, why did you go back to the East Coast? I'll get into that in either this video or the next video. I just want to get y'all back into me producing like I've been doing. I would post a video every week or so in California. I was doing pretty good, and then things happened, and you guys haven't heard from me in 2 years, almost 2 years. So for that, I am sorry. I apologize about that. About a year and a half. But that year and a half has been crazy. To start off, so where was I? Last time we left, I was in the rain, and that was my announcement that I was going to go on Facebook. I'm probably going to delete that video. There's no reason for that video to even be up. But I am probably going to no. So yeah, I'm probably going to delete that video. But that was my announcement that I was going to move to New York with the hopes that I was going to further my music career. And I did not. And it kind of pissed me off, kind of irritated me, because I was told something and was promised something, and then was definitely not given all of the things that were promised. Before we get any further into this video, I want to say thank you to 21 of you all that are subscribed. Y'all have been super loyal. Y'all have been y'all are my friends from school and stuff. So y'all have pretty much been following me everywhere on social media and things of that nature. Leading into, I am going to be changing my name. Let me rephrase that. You'll start seeing my social media start saying Shawty Rancid, Shawty Rancid, Shawty Rancid. That is my new screen name for everything but music. For music, I'm literally going to keep it Marvel of Kings, because that's like a whole brand in itself. And I don't want to break that up and change my name again. Since the first time I released my first EP, I was under Chanuga, but nobody knew how to pronounce that. And I thought I was being super original, but nobody knew how to pronounce it. So I went with Marvel of Kings. Everybody can pronounce Marvel of Kings. And then recently, I started getting into Shawty Rancid, and that's what I use to play Fortnite and all that other stuff. But that's literally, Shawty Rancid is literally all of my social media now. I have a new Twitter, Shawty Rancid. I have the other two Twitter accounts and an Instagram account, Shawty Rancid, Shawty Rancid. So, point is, go follow me on your socials with Shawty Rancid. But also look out for my music, which is Marvel of Kings. So, um, yeah, I definitely was in upstate New York after a friend of mine told me, "Hey, come to New York. Um, I know you said your situation was difficult, your living situation was difficult, and I know you've been wanting to try to come back to the East Coast. So why not come live with us, live with me, and I'll help you further your music career?" Okay, great. Because at that time I had basically signed up to be on a part of my friend's music group, which pretty much dissolved. And it's not slander, it's just I was promised one thing. And I will say that my music on SoundCloud, my music on SoundCloud definitely got a boost. It definitely got a boost, and I'm not gonna complain about that because you know that's a boost in my exposure. I was promised more, and I didn't get it due to money or this or that. It's all water under the bridge now. But I left a situation that was actually pretty good. It wasn't as ideal as I wanted it to be, but it was still a decent situation where I had my rent was paid for, my health care was paid for, I had a free phone, bus passes, train tickets, and stuff to get to and from where I needed to go. Had a job and was actually making a life for myself in California. And I was there for almost a year. And then I decided to just uproot, move, come to New York on the East Coast, and only stayed there for 3 months, 2 or 3 months. And it was like, why did you do that when you could have just stayed where you were? A lot of a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff happened. Um, and so that was what stopped my YouTube videos. I was in an area that I didn't know the area, and I just wasn't feeling the energy enough to go sit and record a video, even though I had my own space and all of that stuff. But at the same time, I shouldn't have left California, and I really deeply regret that because no sooner than I moved from New York to, so from California to New York, you know, hanging out with my friend for 10 years, and, you know, things happen. I end up wanting to move back home to South Carolina, where I currently am at this moment of recording this video. Because I said I was homesick and I need to see my family and wanted to see my aunt and grandma and uncle and cousin and everybody in Virginia that I haven't seen in about 4 years. So I said, I'm going to go home. And so I left New York in March of 2020 and came back to South Carolina, where I've been for the past year. Because, as we all know now, the coronavirus pandemic started. And that put a halt on all travel going back home, going back to California or traveling anywhere. Driving up to Virginia was even like, don't do that. Flying to Virginia, don't do that. North Carolina, don't do that. And it was like, man, this is crazy. Who would have thought in our lifetime that we would ever see a pandemic that was going to shut everything down? When I mean down, I mean in South Carolina it looked like we were shopping for a hurricane. Bread, water, and of course tissue. We need all of that stuff. It was so crazy. And then the world shut down completely. Like shut down. It was like where did this come from? Like, it's amazing. I don't know. But I did release one song last year called Well, that was fun. Um, Not really shade to my moving to California, but it was, me, it was upbeat, it was EDM, it was very drum and bass. Um, Needed something. I said, I figure we need something to get us through this pandemic. And of course, we thought the pandemic was just going to last a short period of time. Here we are. It is now March of 2021, and we are still in the pandemic. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, because of the pandemic, because of me moving back, I was in a very depressive state. After I released my song, I was living with my friend, and I was like, you know what? I want to take some time to think about what I'm going to do it quality, do it right, try some new things in this new project that I have coming up, which I have a new project coming up, and I want to get or two new projects. That's a surprise. Um, Two new projects coming up, and I really want to try to get into them. But with this pandemic and not having money, or you get three stimulus checks and you've blown through all of them, it's like, what do you have to show for the government giving you free money, and you're still basically in the same situation you were in when you got back to California, when you got back to South Carolina. So it's like, I've been very depressed. And this is just real life, the marvelous journey, the ups and the downs. Um, yeah, it's been pretty depressing, but it's been also a time of like deep thought over like what your next steps are going to be. What do you want your future to look like? I'm about to be 30 here in August, and that's starting to weigh heavy on my head. It's like, what's going on? Like, let's get together, that kind of thing. And as you can tell, also, I got a new computer, and I have some lights, but those are just my phone flashlights. But I got good lighting in here to do a video, and I'm in a hotel right now just because I needed some space and some free time, literally for myself. I'm literally needing this whole quiet space where I can just relax and focus on myself and do some thinking. But yeah, so I wanted to get on here. I don't want to make this video too long. I will say that I will get back into doing more videos as the time goes, and I'll just raw record it, whatever the environmental background is, raw record it, and get back into what I was doing in California, and you know, hopefully get back to some sort of routine until I can go back to California, because once I get to go back to California, the game starts back up where I left off, and we're going to start this thing off right. So, but yeah, I don't want to get too wordy. I just wanted to catch up with you all. Hope you all are doing safe, being safe, staying safe, washing your hands, wearing your mask, staying 6 feet apart from people. I never thought I would have to say that, but people are still entitled, and I don't have to do this, and I don't have to do that. No, you don't. But then you risk yourself getting sick, your family getting sick, and other people's family getting sick. Unfortunately, I lost my grandmother on my dad's side to coronavirus because somebody was not paying attention to social distancing, because somebody thought that it wasn't going to happen to them, and it happened to them plus other people. So, without further ado, hello again. This is Manny Marvelous / Marvel Kings / Shoddy Rancid with another video here on YouTube officially after almost a year and a half. This is the Marvelous Journey, The Return, and I hope you guys enjoy the ride. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.